Varayan, written by Salini Vineeth, narrated by Salini Vineeth. 1. The lines reminded Bhavani of mating snakes. Not just a pair, but an orgy of snakes. In the pale light of dawn, she stood, staring at her vast front yard. For a second, she wondered if she was dreaming. The powdery sand of her front yard was covered with lines, bold and intricate. They resembled the tentacles of a nefarious octopus. With her sari tucked up in her waist, and with a broom in her hand, she stood like a statue, lost in muddled thoughts. Ha ha ha! A giggle startled her. Bhavani looked around. The troublemaker twins of Chauro were standing at the other side of the boundary wall. Seeing her, they scurried away. Little rats! They must have done it. Bhavani's blood boiled. Ever since the newly rich Chauro and family had settled in the neighboring mansion, Bhavani's life had become chaotic. The twin sons of Chauro played practical tricks on her. Their mother, Pennamma, often picked up petty fights with her. Bhavani threw away the broom. She spitted so hard that her heavy shinagan was undone like a cobra flaring out its hood. Penname, you wretched woman, climb down your castle. Bhavani barged towards the boundary wall, armed for a fight. Her shrill voice left tremor on the jackfruit trees that lined the yard. Pennamma, who was blissfully asleep, woke up with a start. Come and see what your rascal sons have done. Bhavani's voice rose. The Yakshya started again. I will rip her apart today, Pennamma muttered as she shook the snoring Chauro off her body. She hastily tied her hair into a messy bun on the top of her head. Parting the velvet curtains of her four-poster bed, she jumped out. What the hell do you want, you witch? She craned her neck and peeped out through the small window on the first floor. Come and see for yourself. Bhavani's eyes blazed with anger as she pointed at her desecrated front yard. She picked up the broom, tightened the twine around it, and spat again in contempt. My sons will never step into your cursed land. How many innocent people your zamindar family has tortured there? One of them must have done it. Even though Pennamma was a bit shaken by the sight of the lines, she spewed out words like venom. Our family has been here for generations. We protect and punish, not like you newly rich fugitives. Who knows from where you have come running like rats? Bhavani stepped up the early morning game. You shameless woman! No wonder you are fruitless, just like your jackfruit trees. Abashed by the suggestion of a shady pedigree, Pennamma used her doomsday weapon. Bhavani stood stunned, her eyes suddenly filled. Without paying heed, Pennamma shut the window. Through the cloud of tears, Bhavani saw those lines rising from the sand. She feared that they would strangle her. She ran inside and shut the door. The whole day she chanted Lalita Sahasranamam, trying to gather courage. In the evening, she stepped out into her front yard and erased those lines. Bhavani thought it was the end of it. The next day, the lines reappeared. This time more intricate and bolder. Bhavani fought with Pennamma again, which invariably ended in her tears. The lines appeared on the next day and the next. You should see those lines. I think the devil himself.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?